Hello everybody out there watching on the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. Welcome to Chase Race number 7 / Race 33 of Season 8 NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series. I'm Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway. 19 laps of racing. It's going to be a short one, but it should be a good one. So with that said, we are on the road to the end of the season and to determine who will be a champion. Let's take a look at how the chase standings look coming into today's race. Jessica Sheldon extended her points lead by 21 points over rookie DJ Curtis. Third, a total of 49 points out, is Dylan Young. Fourth, a total of 52 points out, is Carson Gum. Fifth, a total of 57 points out, is our pole setter for tonight, PJ Williams. And by the way, that's his 4th pole this season, most of anybody. Sixth, a total of 65 points out, is Dougie Shears. Seventh, a total of 68 points out, is Dylan Poteet. Eighth, a total of 72 points out, is Seth Cole. Ninth, a total of 92 points out, is David Rivera. 10th, a total of 98 points out, is Austin LaPlante. Everybody from 11th on back are guys who look most likely virtually to be out of the hunt for the championship. 121 points out is Kyle Matthews. 12th, a total of 124 points out, is Tanner Sullivan. 13th, a total of 125 points out, is Zachary Fitzwater. And then 14th, a total of 127 points out, is Trent Dunham. So with that said, let's look at the starting lineup. Top 10. Front row, it's PJ Williams on the pole. Like I said, it's his 4th pole this season, most of anybody. Next to him will be rookie Austin Mongold. Row 2 will be Stephen Pollard III and Cody Lamas. Row 3 will be Dylan Young and Zach Rogers. Row 4, Preston Plord and Sean Galligan. Then row 5, Jessica Sheldon and Carson Gum. So you got 4 chasers starting in the top 10. Williams, Young, Sheldon, and Gum. Rest of the chasers where they start, Austin LaPlante in 11th, Zachary Fitzwater 14th, Kyle Matthews 17th, Tanner Sullivan 24th, Trent Dunham 25th, Seth Cole 26th, David Rivera 27th, Dylan Poteet 28th, DJ Curtis 30th, Dougie Shears 39th. Starting in the last row will be Pichu London and Danny Wells. Well, let's go ahead and get to this race. Get the command of fire engines for the Southern 500 at Darlington. Race 33 of the season, chase race number 7.
Drivers, start your engines. Is that okay?
No, that was not okay, you goofball. Oh my gosh. But yeah, with this track being called the Lady in Black, tried the track too tough to tame, home of the Darlington Stripe, this will be quite the race for these drivers. And from what I've noticed, every time we come here, you always want to be on the inside line to make a pass or to pull away from people. So everybody who's starting on that inside line, especially up at the front, are going to have quite the advantage here tonight. So PJ Williams with himself starting up at the front again for a race. He is looking to get his 4th win this season, 3rd win in the chase, to help himself out in his campaign to being a Walmart Cup Series champion this season. Pace car in the pit road, which means we're getting set to go racing. Coming out of 4, and boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys and girls. And PJ Williams leads lap number 1 of 19. And now we're going to start definitely seeing that low line get kicked in. As Stephen Pollard III gets to second, Dylan Young into third. Preston Plord trying to go by for fourth. Jessica Sheldon trying to work underneath of Lamas and Mongold to get to fifth. As up here we may have a battle for second starting to brew. Dylan Young trying to look for a run to the inside of the 93 of Stephen Pollard III. But now Pollard, he's got to run underneath PJ Williams, so this is big. This will be the first lead change of the night. Pollard led that lap, and now Dylan Young, Preston Plord are going by the 88. And now a couple cars going by Shelton. Austin LaPlante now up there, and Chris Michaels trying to get up there. Right now, the highest running chaser is the 2 of Dylan Young, who's in second currently. Now here comes Preston Plord down low for second, as D. Young goes back to third for now. But now here comes another chaser to try to challenge Dylan Young, and that's Austin LaPlante. And now he's there. But right now it's the top 2 that is pretty much have broken away from everybody. Pollard and Plord. And currently the highest running chaser right now is LaPlante in third. But now here comes Chris Michaels down low for that position. And I thought I heard a wreck happened, but I guess I was hearing things. I'm going insane! And wow, DJ Curtis back in dead last. That is not good for him as he comes in second in the points. And Shelton, she's starting to free fall just a little bit. Last time scored in 11th. Right now I think she'd be back in, like, let's see where she is now, 14th. So she would definitely get a huge advantage for the points lead. And now we got a battle for the lead as here comes Preston Plord underneath of Stephen Pollard III. As them two have a huge amount of distance back to Daniel Day in third. Right now the highest chaser, PJ Williams, in fourth. But now he's got Charles Sanford to his inside. And Kyle Matthews trying to get up there through the field. And now Preston Plord takes the lead over and starting to pull away from the 93 as we're getting past halfway here at Darlington. Next week we head to Talladega, one of the big beasts of the series. And that's going to be quite the race when we get there. And then after that we go to Kansas. And then we end off the season at Armory Digital. And that's going to be epic. But now Stephen Pollard III starting to reel in Preston Plord, and Daniel Day starting to reel in both Pollard and Plord. Right now the highest running chaser is Kyle Matthews. Let's actually do a full field rundown after this battle for the lead is over. And the caution is out. Oh, we got a crash. Oh, and it's a big wreck. Huge crash. Trent Dunham going upside down. Zach Rogers is on his side. Dunham on top of Danny Wells. I think that is car sex to the brim. That is a massive crash. And that took out a few chasers. Trent Dunham being one of them. A lot of cars damaged. Tanner Sullivan, Dylan Young caught up in it. I saw David Rivera get a tad piece of it. Seth Cole was involved. What in the world even happened? Well, I'm about to find out as let's take a break and go look at the replay of what brought the caution out for the first time tonight here at Darlington. Well, you know the old saying, if you hit the Darlington stripe, you might screw over someone. Well, right there, Cody Lamas got the Darlington stripe. Trent Dunham had a run and ends up sliding sideways so quickly from Lamas' machine, and then there's where all the hits start coming in from a lot of guys, and then right as when McLeod and Chris Michaels go around, that's when the track gets blocked, and right there was the hit from Anthony McCreary that caused them to go upside down and just fly over top of many cars. So many cars got caught up in that mess. And I think the big pileup begins right there is when Michaels gets hit and then Galligan gets hit. And then McLeod gets spun, and that's going to collect more guys. And look at all these cars get up in the air, all from contact. And right there you see Dunham go upside down. And Zach Rogers go on his side. Geez, look at this pile. Massive pile up. And right there was the hit from Chris Washer and the Pichu London that got Rogers on his side. But my goodness, that took out so many guys. And I'm curious, did DJ Curtis actually avoid all that? I think he did. Let's watch from the 20s slow-mo onboard in slow motion and watch him see everything that happens, and then he comes to a halt right in the middle of that, only going 1-2 miles per hour. So he came, that's the closest, or now and then he stopped right there. So yeah, he just stopped and let everything, and let the guys teleport, and then he managed to go by. That was impressive by the 20 of DJ Curtis, because he knows what's at stake, and he ain't going to risk it. So great job by that 20. I think that would be the All-State Good Hands Driver of the Race Award right there, would be the 20. So great job for him. But let's go ahead and take you to the restart here at Darlington. Well, after that massive crash, many cars retired out of the race as a result. And they include Sean Galligan, Dylan Young, Charles Jackson, Bob Jones, Matt McIntyre, Jesse Setti, Zach Rogers, Trent Dunham, James McLeod, Pichu London, and Anthony McCreary. Danny Wells is a lap down, and he's in the back of the field. But anyway, Stephen Pollard III is the leader. Second is Preston Plord. Third is Daniel Day. Fourth, Charles Sanford. Fifth, Kyle Matthews. Sixth, Ryan Acosta. Seventh, Austin LaPlante. 8th, James Silverfox. 9th, Cody Lamas. 10th, Zachary Fitzwater. Rest of the top 20 is Jessica Sheldon, PJ Williams, Austin Mongold, Dorian Facepuncher, Dylan Poteet, Rue McIntyre, Dylan Thoreau, Angel Navarro, Johnny Gardner, Chris Michaels. Then the rest of the top 30 / lead lap cars are Joshua Collard, Seth Cole, Tim Walsh, Tanner Sullivan, David Rivera, Carson Gum, Dougie Shears, DJ Curtis, Michael Norman, and Chris Washer, with Danny Wells in 31st, a lap down. It'll be less than 4 laps to go when we cross the stripe. So if a caution were to come out, the race would be over. And there it is, green flag back out at Darlington. Final 4 laps. As Pollard got off to a pretty good restart right there. And here comes Daniel Day with a run underneath Preston Plord for the 2nd position. As after all that mayhem, the pack got separated in 2 as a result, and now Preston Plord going to start to free fall big time as a result of getting bypassed, as Pollard leads with 2.5 laps to go here at Darlington. And he's got a pretty nice distance between himself and Daniel Day as it's 2 to go. And the margin just stayed the same. Kyle Matthews now to third. Currently is the highest running chase driver in the field. Then LaPlante, then Fitzwater, then Sheldon as far as highest running chasers in the top 10. Stephen Pollard III out of 4 to take the white flag. White flag is displayed for the 93. But he lost a tenth of that lead to the 12 of Daniel Day. But now Kyle Matthews making a move underneath him for second. I think that might have just sealed the deal for the 93 to win this race. Coming out of 4, during a struggling season, bright side happens. Stephen Pollard III wins the Southern 500 at Darlington. What a job, and we had a photo finish at the line for second with Matthews and Day. I'm going to be curious to see how close that was here in a moment, but congratulations to the 93 of Stephen Pollard III. Huge bright side for him in this season, and that's going to be helpful to put himself in the top 30 in points to get himself in the first 5 races of next season. So that was a much-needed run for the 93. But let's look at the rest of the results. Kyle Matthews, the highest finishing chaser with a great run in second. Daniel Day with a solid run in third. Ryan Acosta, highest finishing rookie in fourth. Great job for him. James Silverfox, solid 5th place run. Great run in the 6th spot for Austin LaPlante. Charles Sanford, solid finish in 7th. Zachary Fitzwater, great run in 8th. Dorian Facepuncher in the solid finish of 9th. And Dylan Potee, great run in 10th. Rest of the top 20, Preston Blord, Rue McIntyre, Dylan Thoreau, Angel Navarro, Jessica Sheldon, Johnny Gardner, Austin Mongold, Cody Lamas, P.J. Williams, Tim Walsh. And the rest of the top 30 in lead lap cars, Dougie Shears, DJ Curtis, Tanner Sullivan, Joshua Collard, Michael Norman, Seth Cole, David Rivera, Carson Gum, Chris Washer, Chris Michaels, Danny Wells a lap down, and everybody else was out of the race after that massive crash. Sean Galligan, Dylan Young, Charles Jackson, Bob Jones, Matt McIntyre, Jesse Setti, Zach Rogers, Trent Dunham, James McLeod, Pichu London, and Anthony McCrory. So that does it for our coverage here at Darlington. We got 3 races left of the chase and the season. Next week we head to Talladega, and that's going to be quite exciting. So we will see you then. Until then, here are your results, rookie points, and regular points heading into Talladega. And this is Levi McIntyre signing off. Thank you for tuning in to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming Channel, offline racing at its best.